The domain of the big cats is evident throughout college football. Tigers, lions, wildcats, and cougars. The apex predator of the jungle or the mountains prowls this landscape, and when we get a pair of them together, claws will certainly fly. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on a team from the Big 10, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Edwards. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Kansas State. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Got it in the middle. It's Reynolds. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
You want to make play calling easy for as a coordinator, run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Slings it downfield. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. This offense wants to send a message on the opening drive of the game. No punting today. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game, and we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
He's knocked down in the backfield, and even that spin move couldn't create space. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Johnson wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. You can hear the roar all the way to Mount Nittany after he got in the backfield and made the play.
And they always give you something to roar about, don't you? These Penn State linebackers, I don't know where they find them, but year after year they find.
Breaks into the open. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. Third and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous. Making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
Behind the chains now on second and long. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Big guy smells it. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He smashes his way through again. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Give to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Complete to the left. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover.
He's loose on the right. The 30, running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Kansas State.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated because right now they have no answers for this offense.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Off the play fake on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. Touch. This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars in LaVell Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Tackled at the 24 and almost. Even with the yardage you would have gotten with a touchback. Looking for space. It's Martin. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, he got nothing. He got no gain. Great job by the defense understanding the situation, understanding, they're not trying to block me. They're trying to make me run upfield. No, sir. Good job being smart, gap sound, not letting the screen beat him. Nowhere to go.
Under fire. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him.
Lost one deep down the right side. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Touchdown, Cougar! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Give to the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Finds a tight end down the gut. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. you just can't take a play on. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Herb Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense in Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that too.
Makes the catch. It's Brown. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside.
A fortuitous turn of events to keep. Of that one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. He's got it. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is. Make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU. Extra point here will tie the game. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Finds a little space. There he goes. Past the 50. Past the 30. The 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, BYU. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Got it in the middle, it's Parker. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Anderson. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Parker. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
From the red zone, looking for a space. It's complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
This quarterback part of their running game. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he puts through the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. And the Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. From the gun, the ground game. Showing off the arm. And a short gain on this run, and that will bring us to the end of the first. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. That's caught. It's Roberts. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And I think QB's rushing, especially in the RPO game. You want to get that ball. Okay, I'm pulling it now. I got to throw a strike right now and get it on him. And you can tell, throws it to the left and doesn't get it to his wide receiver. It's just maybe a little bit of hurrying too much.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give from the gun. Shakes off the defender. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Touchdown, BYU! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate in the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle.
He's taking the shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Looking for the end zone. He makes a grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And
he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Fighting off the defender. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. With the catch, it's Martin. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes.
Touchdown, Cougars. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Delivers the stiff arm. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Finds his tight end. Can't get him. Another broken tackle. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Wants to throw again. Caught near the sticks. It's Durham. And the defense jumps on him. They get that turnover.
And how about the defense here? Oftentimes in these 2-minute type situations, you're just sort of in this prevent mode. You're trying to force the opponent to kick a field goal and not score a touchdown, but they're still being aggressive. They're out there still trying to make plays, and how about that effort creating the takeaway?
Pressure coming. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, given up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little bit with that sack.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The play action fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Flowers. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
BYU lines up quickly. Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. Looking for a deep man. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Here comes the heat. blasted as he lets it go.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Love the effort, tried to toe tap, but at the end of the day, that's just a really good-looking incompletion.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Going for it all. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He gets a block. Got a little room. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Trying to set the tone with the run. Breaks the tackle.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. Hard running there. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Martin. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Caught behind the line. It's Martin. He's like a loose boulder, just caroms his way to the 32. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Looking for the 4th down conversion, BYU comes to the line. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Yeah, and that is so frustrating because he did the right thing. He got the 1st down, got past the sticks,
but didn't do the most important thing and take care of the football, and that goes right back now to the defense.
And a great job, David, by the defense not quitting on the play, right? Of course, they saw him getting the first down, but they were still pursuing. They still got hats to the ball. They were able to rip it away, and that is a huge game-changing, momentum-changing type play now.
Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
And the Cougars have a lot of options on second and 8. Breaks into the open. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The give to the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down when they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. This time they'll go to the running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Shows him the stiff arm. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
How nice is it as a play caller on a critical third down in a pretty obvious passing situation when you've got a guy like this that can just take off and go get you the first down, right? There's no panic. Nothing's open downfield. Great job in coverage, but that's not a problem because I just know it's like backyard football again growing up as a kid. He just takes off. He's a better athlete than anybody you've got, and he gets the first down.
Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Man, you're trying to break the tie. You've got this golden opportunity in the red zone here in the second half, but you've got to hold on to the football, and that's a play that is going to haunt him for a long time to come.
Got room to work. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option.
There he goes. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Fires to the big fella. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to take a shot. He's got it inside the 25. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute...
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. Just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Bringing it out. Discards him with a stiff arm. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Cougars can really attack on this second and short. Finds the tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Bringing the heat. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Off play action. Makes the catch. It's Hagan. It's a fumble. And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process. Third down is where the money is made, but they're lucky to be here after that ball was loose. The snap sets up the throw. Looking to the big tight end. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Under fire. Oh, look out. The ball's free. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Off and running. The 30. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the fumble.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. The Cougars in the hurry-up. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And this offense just can't get out of their own way. 3 possessions, 3 turnovers. Jesse, you have to take better care of the football. They're turning this thing over like they're a nonprofit.
Yeah, this thing goes back to football 101 now. 5 points of pressure. Everybody who touches the football. Forget about X's and O's in schemes and personnel groupings. You just have to do the fundamental things correctly, and it is killing them in this game.
Continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Oh, better look out! And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. They'll give it to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Pulls it in, it's Hagan. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Oh, they're after him. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
I'm not just playing from behind trying to get points. I'm also racing against this clock. One thing I can't do, take sacks. I gotta throw the football away. I gotta understand the clock situation.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Still running at the 35. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Hagan. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25. The Cougars in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? Caught in the backfield. It's Hagan.
Man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down now.
Trailing by a touchdown, this fourth down opportunity is gargantuan. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. BYU now into the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running.
And you got to use a timeout right now after that run play. You've got 3 in your back pocket. You can't take them with you. You're losing this game right now. So take all the time you can to make sure that your quarterback and your head coach and play caller are all on the same page.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the fourth, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4. They're moving quickly after that big fourth down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Big fella moving. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And what a huge score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the run, it's Durham. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Oh, he wants it all. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The pressure was rising. Drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so in the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Turning it on! He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
And that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Finds his big tight end. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Passing on the field goal that would give them the lead. They'll go for it on 4th and long. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, looking to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Touchdown, BYU! They jump on top here in OT. Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. If he doesn't get you with his arm, he'll get you with his legs, or he might get you with both of them.
It stinks, man. Having to defend a guy like this that just, you think you're going to get him in the pocket. You got to play the first play where he might be throwing the ball from the pocket, and then he scrambles, and now you're defending the run and the throw down the field. It's kind of like rush hour back in the day. Which one of y'all kicking him?
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
Now first down here in the second overtime. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got it. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
Touchdown, LSU! That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. They do not get the 2, and now the lead sits at 6 in double OT. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Wants to throw on first down. The screen, he can go. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
And big-time play by this defensive line. Setting the line of scrimmage, getting the stop, forcing the fourth down now. I think I got a pretty good idea, Palmer, that, well, if you're calling plays, if I'm calling plays, well, really, if anybody's calling plays, I'm thinking green light.
Yeah, so let's see if the defensive line can do it again. You just saw it on that last play. Can they bow up one more time, make a game-changing and a momentum-changing type play to give the football back to their offense?
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. And if you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. Got it behind the line. It's Roberts. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. Third and goal here in overtime, and they need a touchdown. Looking to the end zone on third and goal. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, BYU! That ties it up here in double OT, and now they can win it. Have to go for 2, starting in double overtime, and this one would win the game. Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. Second overtime, you have to go for 2, and this is for the win. Quickly complete. They do not convert, and we are still tied, headed for triple overtime. And now it's all two-point conversion attempts from here on out. Back to pass, it's Buckmeyer. Here's a heat. Tremendous execution to get the 2, and now they turn up the heat. So now they'll need to answer to keep this game alive. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got it for the 2, and we're all tied up.
And here we go again. Goodness gracious, another tie ball game, another overtime. These teams just going back and forth, answering the call over and over again.
David, I hope you don't have a flight you have to catch after this game, because we are going to be here a while. This is back and forth in overtime. Everybody's converting two-point plays. I don't even want this game to stop.
Wants to pass. They got it done. A great play call to give them the lead by 2. This will be the ball game. Make it and play on, miss it and lose. He's looking to throw. Rushes on him.